after this doji right here and what appeared for me to be a Head and Shoulders, I went ahead and exited everything except for 10% of my position, just in case I can survive the pullback and I'm able to get the big move, which I wasn't. And coming back and looking at this later was a little bit heartbreaking. Hi everyone, it's Tiffany with Bearable Traders here to do my recap. I traded Nordstrom this morning. It was on my main watch list. I noticed that it had more than 500K volume traded pre-market. It had gapped up about 30%, and the price action was moving very smoothly pre-market as if the market was open. So that definitely caught my attention. It was trading below the VWAP pre-market, but then after the open, it pushed up through the VWAP, as you can see right here, and through this daily level. And I liked that the candle was strong in the first 5 minutes and it closed above the VWAP. And then it came back, retested it, and that is when I went long. And so I went long. My stop was going to be if it went below the VWAP. And then honestly, my first profit partial was going to be taken at this 25.94 level if I saw that it was having a hard time getting through that. So, but it had no problem really getting through that level. So I was watching the L2, and this is the reason I was able to hold through where I was initially going to take a partial, and I was able to wait until this pop right here. And again, the reason I entered where I did was because the L2 was very strong. There were many asks set up to the top side, and that's it. So I partialed 50% here, and then I didn't like this candle right here. I didn't like this shooting star doji on the 5 minute. So when it started pulling back, and then you have this second top right here with another doji and a new low, I went ahead and took more off. I took 50%, another 50% of my remaining position. And then I didn't like these 15-minute dojis, and I wasn't sure that my entry was good enough to survive a pullback, which you can see it did not. So after I saw that these two 15-minute candles were kind of like tweezer dojis to the top, and then also on the 1 minute, you have what starts looking like a Head and Shoulders setup. And that's right here. You have the head, right shoulder, left shoulder. And it was losing this these moving averages on the 1 minute, which you had the 9 and the 20 crossing over and curling down, and the 50s coming up. So after this doji right here and what appeared for me to be a Head and Shoulders, I went ahead and exited everything except for 10% of my position, just in case I can survive the pullback and I'm able to get the big move, which I wasn't. And coming back and looking at this later was a little bit heartbreaking, but as you can see, it just trended all day. It's still going. Very nice long from the open, but it came back and stopped me out at break even, my remaining 10%. Still a pretty decent move though. And then my other trade was on OXY. It was a reversal. And the first thing that caught my attention was the RSI indicated that it was overbought, and it was very extended from the VWAP. It started putting up these indecision candles on the 5 minute or 15 minute, which you guys have heard me talk about before. That's what I look for in a reversal. And so I was really kind of watching for a new 15-minute low. And as you can see, that's where I took my entry. Not only did I notice that the 15-minute looked like it was about to do a deep pullback or reversal, you have a double top on the 5-minute chart. And you have, this is the 9 moving average on the 5, this green line right here. You have it, the price is losing that 9 moving average. And then let me get this 1 minute chart bigger for you to see, because this is a huge indicator for me. Although it's, so this is the point of control right here, the volume point of control. And as you can see, tons of shares are going through right here. And it started losing the VPOC. And then you have the 9 and the 20 crossing over and curling down. You have this huge volume spike. Try to push it up through this 49 level right here. And then here, this is where your double tops are coming in. And then I saw that it had lost the moving averages. It lost the 9 and the 20 and the 50. Then you had this hammer doji right here, and it had also lost this major VPOC area right here. And it made an attempt to push back up through. It made a new 1 minute low. And so I was able to have a very tight stop if it pushed up through this area right here. And my first partial was taken at the 100 moving average on the 1 minute. This is when I'm taking a reversal. This is typically where I partial. I usually partial at the 100. And then the opening price for OXY was this 48.55, and it's, as you can see, it came down and touched it, barely touched it right here, and then it made another attempt. So right here, I partialed heavily, came back and stopped me out, pushed up through the moving averages. I have not taken reversals in a while, so I really I was looking for one all day today, because I feel like I'm getting rusty at them, so I kind of wanted to prove to myself that I can still trade them. But those were my trades for the day. I hope you found this video helpful. And if you did, please hit the like and subscribe button, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.